Hi and welcome everyone. My name is Karina Lade and I'm an intuitive in channel, and I'm also the co-creator of the No Limits live event that will take place in Brussels in next spring. And today I have the great pleasure to connect with and chat a bit with one of our amazing speakers, Lenka Lutonska. Hi Lenka, how are you?
Karina, hi everyone. Very well, thank you so much.
So glad to be here with you today. And also for those of you who don't know Lenka, I know a lot of you do know who she is. If you don't know who she is, she's the Get Fully Booked coach. She's a very experienced and professional speaker. She's an NLP trainer. She's the founder of Advantage Women, and she creates amazing things online, and she has very engaged and super supportive and on fire, I think, tribe online and offline as well. So I would love for you to share a bit about who you are and what work you do in the world, Lenka.
Sure. Well, you kind of said it for me, So in a nutshell, what I actually do is, yes, I help women, number one, to get coaching skills and personal mastery to required to be able to transform the world. So I run NLP coaching accreditation courses, and more importantly, turn this huge passion for transforming life into a beautiful, profitable business that fits both us, our souls, and that we can all thrive, not just our clients, ourselves, and together. That's how we're transforming the world. Hence, Get Fully Booked. I help them to get fully booked with their soul high clients. How did I get to do what I want, what I'm doing? From a little girl, I had this dream, crazy. I want to change the world. That's that's how it started. When I was 19, I moved to UK, where I live. I originally come from Slovakia. Still with this dream on my mind. I refused to do university, banking and finance. I wanted to come to London because I heard that in London dreams come true. It's this cosmopolitan city. And to my naive 19-year-old, it sounded very good. So anyway, obviously the beginnings were not that easy. I ended up working, wiping tables in a restaurant. But I built my corporate career on the side, but studied at the same time for years. And eventually I came across NLP, and that totally changed my life, in a sense that up till that point, I was living with this crazy limiting belief, I guess, in the back of my mind, that I wasn't even aware of, that I'm not good enough. So everything was pushing. And I through NLP, I felt like I arrived, and this is just amazing. This is life-changing. I want to share this with people. So I became kind of accidental entrepreneur 10 years ago when I finished my studies and became a accredited trainer and coach. And so I opened my coaching and training business. I'm now on number 2 business. The first one, even though I built it and it became very successful, built it into 6 figures, I abruptly lost it. Let's leave that aside. Made a mistake, abruptly lost it. Rebuild my second business, what is now. And in the process, it was such a huge journey of self-discovery, because losing the successful business, it's such a unique experience where I realized that I literally connected successful business with my identity. And when I lost it, it was like end of the world for me. I had a young family, and suddenly I was a breadwinner at that point, and suddenly we had trouble to pay monthly bills. Mm-hmm. And I was questioning myself, who am I? And maybe this is it, I'm not good enough. So it was horrendous, but at the same time it sent me on this very intensive spiritual path. Mm-hmm. And through really self-work and getting rid of all these criteria for success and criteria for happiness, I found a way out of struggle and how to build my current business with much more sense of ease and confidence, and in kind of my way. And this is what I teach my clients, do it in your way, even though everyone else can do it in there is not one scripted way to build your gorgeous, online successful coaching or purpose-driven business. So that's why I have a huge passion for doing this work, because I kind of been on all sides, having this dream, changing the world, kind of going there, then losing it all, then struggling, then, exploding to success again through different kind of work, and think not just mind changes, the changes, in my clients gives me goosebumps and everything. It's very exciting for me. So this is the why I do what I do.
Beautiful. And I think it's so amazing, because isn't it in those moments when we feel like we lost everything that we actually rediscover what we truly desire, right? Because then everything else falls away and you kind of have to really reconnect in with, so what are you here to do, and who are you really if you don't have this and you don't have that, and then what are you building kind of from the ground up through that?
Yes, totally. Huge sense of self-discovery. Yes. And do you really want this? Because I know, many people, especially in a startup period, when not everything is nice and cozy, you're getting loads of clients. It's the best bloody personal development on the whole planet, because you're challenged every day. And do you really want this? So it's so crucial to go really within, keep connecting with our why, who we are, and hold on to that small voice. It can be quite small at the beginning, but there is the deep voice. You're meant to do this. This is your destiny. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then how fulfilling it is when you actually get to do that work, because then it's kind of worth all the
Karina, I don't know if you can hear me, but I lost you for a moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and so it's also that the deep connection that you get when you get to do that kind of work with your clients and you get to experience that. And what I love so much about this story is that you have so much experience, and also building two businesses, because we do see a lot of the online success where, in 3 months you have a 6-figure business and that kind of thing. So I really love that you have so much experience from the business building and losing and starting again, because it does build us up as people, and also into the work that we do. So it's very, very fascinating how that works, and how you also blend these things together, right? How to create your business and also do the inner work, because I really don't think you can be successful.
Absolutely. Essentially, it's about, marrying powerful strategy with your heart and soul. That's what it is about. There are many multiple strategies, then they're perfect, but essentially that strategy, great strategy, needs to be absolutely aligned with the soul, absolutely aligned. Then that's how I see my clients just going like, wow, going from literally, no income to 100K income in short period of time. So it's absolutely possible. It's not, I'm not saying everyone will do it, but the real, big success stories and success my clients get is when they choose the strategy, or we choose, okay, how are we going to build a business? And they're so excited about it, so aligned with it. So, the self-talk or whatever else just doesn't have no power, and they just go and serve and thrive.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. It's like when the power comes from within, and then it's like nothing is a big obstacle anymore, right? Because it's like that inner knowing and the inner energy that comes through, and then you can create anything. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love how, very, very exciting. And I love how you work with different kinds of like weaving several things together as well. Because I do think that's because if you only focus on one part of the business building, I do feel that it always feels like something is missing, right? So it's like taking everything and putting it together in a really holistic way as well. And I know that you also do live events, and you do meet with your tribe live as well, and for your trainings and things like that. So for someone who's thinking of coming to our event in March and meeting you and meeting all the amazing speakers, but they have maybe obstacles like, why should I make time for this? Is it really a good investment for my business? Investing the money and the time to come and meet people live. What do you feel are the most rewarding things when it comes to meeting people offline?
Oh, I tell you what, absolutely. Well, I've been doing lots of work online. and I cannot imagine my life without participating and running live events, because even though we're incredibly lucky that we can have information at a just switch on computer and you'll find anything you need, and you even connect like this, which is beautiful, but nothing, absolutely nothing can compare to the power of a life experience and how much you can get and learn and transform in a short period of time when you're in a group of people and you're sharing that life energy. Nothing can compare to it, absolutely nothing. So it's worth everything. To me, it's worth everything. Very often, it's not just, the aha and immediate clarity and all that integration process that can happen throughout those 2-3 etc. days. But I've heard this so many times where women or people are participating in a live event and share that environment, that things are magically shifting immediately. And why is that? Because we shift our state by absorbing ourselves in the learning process and sharing the energy. We shift our energetic state, and that can oftentimes, again, I'm not misleading, not always, but oftentimes can lead to instant manifestation. So without any work, I've had this so many times. Oh my God, clients book me or this or that, while we're
yes.
sharing events. There on so many levels, nothing can quite compare to live training conference such as No Limits.
Yeah, that's so true. And it's like it amplifies everything, doesn't it? It's like it amplifies the energy in the room, because we're also really open and willing to shift things and to inspire each other to be inspired. And I find that there's something like even just tangible, you come into a room and it's like you can feel that energy, and it just supercharges everything, doesn't it?
And one more thing, it's also about the continuation, so because it's over a prolonged period of time, online, what we do is we'll catch a webinar here, or we have training session here, so whereas when you're in a room for several days, you'll get such a momentum, that the changes, the integration, the transformation are much faster than doing this in bits and pieces online. That's another thing. I'm running, next week, actually, I'm going to do a 7-day event, NLP coaching accreditation, but it's all about learning coaching skills. But more than anything, the reason why I'm doing it over 7 days is because when the women come there, I know that at the end of the 7 days, they walk out as completely different people, and that 7-day experience will serve them for the rest of their lives. So that's what it is about, having that momentum, have that continuation, that immersion.
Yes, that's a great point, because you do immerse yourself, and that means you're not being interrupted by school runs, you're not getting interrupted by making dinner, you never lose track, do you? You completely immerse to it, and you have the time to think every thought through, and you have the time to feel into things, and also to integrate. I remember last time when we did the event, there were people on the train on their way back going, oh, I made this sale and this happened and this happened, and it's like because it really amplifies during the time we're together, and then it feels like things are happening all of a sudden, but it's all that energy and the time we spend together, right? And working through things and releasing. It's such a great way to feel the support from other people as well, being on similar paths of, wanting to let go of limiting beliefs and releasing patterns, and even the mirroring, I guess, when we see in other people, when you see someone struggling and then all of a sudden it's like they let go of that, and it looks like a different person. Like everyone looks even physically different. I find at the end of an event, it's like everyone's eyes are glowing. Sometimes it's like they have this sparkly energy to them, or their eyes color seem to change a little bit. Like it does feel like we're different people, right, on the other side.
Definitely crazy. It's crazy how powerful it's gonna be. I can't wait, Karina. I can't wait.
I'm so excited too, and so Joanna and I as well, because we know last time it was just absolutely amazing, and the thing is, it keeps working, doesn't it? It's like it keeps working after, and it's not just a thing where you go into your bubble, you have a great time, and then it's over, and then you go back to reality. It's also that you keep doing the work and you keep feeling the effects of it, and also the connections I find that you make with people. I've had lots of people that I've either collaborated with or hired, or they've send people to them, because when you've met someone live, it's a little bit different from just meeting
Oh, yes.
online, right? You can kind of vouch for them a bit more when you've seen them also in the moments in between being on the stage or
Yes.
like
Yes.
performing.
Yes, beautiful for networking, of course. Yes, it's totally enhanced. I mean, online networking, I love it, but it's totally enhanced experience. So, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and I do think it's really great to get out and actually meet people. And even just I find saying what we do and presenting ourselves many different times to different people, because I find that sometimes it's hearing yourself talk. That's when you notice if something is off, or you keep kind of refining your message or what it is that you're saying, or you hear yourself. So it's also I guess it's really good training as well in
Oh God, yes.
everything. And I would love for you to talk a bit about what you'll be doing at the event, because you're actually the one starting and opening with the first. Yeah, super excited to have your high vibe and beautiful, loving, joyful energy with us as well. So it's going to be a mix between a workshop and a bit of a talk, and then really like a hands-on workshop where you will share. So the title of your talk is Infinite Receiving. And you'll be leading us through 7 steps to create a no limits, purpose-driven business. So I love this title, of course. And I would love to know, what can people expect to experience, if you can even say that, because I know it's very individual. And what will they bring into their lives and into their businesses after this time with you?
Okay. So I said it in a title, infinite receiving. We are all part of the nature, and just like tree, for instance, the tree never has to force itself or work very, very hard to reach its full potential. Interesting that we entrepreneurs sometimes fall into the trap, including myself in the past, where we'll find things when we find, when things are not working, we cannot see the wood for the tree. We have to put so much work and effort into building the business and work hard and that grind, and yet we still don't have as many clients as we would desire, still don't have that income we would desire, that they would give us freedom that we crave. And that's not natural. It's really not natural. So the segment that I'm going to run, I'm going to take you through exact process that I had to take myself to snap out of it, out of that experience that seemed at one point is not going to ever end. And to get into the state where I started to grow my business with ease and very, very, very quickly. And that's the kind of same process I'm taking my clients through. So it's going to be a mixture of a few strategies, but primarily, of course, we're going to be working on your energy and mindset. One of the biggest things I work with my clients, and we will be working on it as well throughout this segment, is really about how to focus. I find that really what results we get, how easily we grow, what kind of business we have, limited or unlimited, really depends how well we're able to focus, not giving in to circumstances that seem so real, not giving in to thought patterns that seem so, it's true. Look, I don't have a clients, or I don't, it's really hard, or I don't have engagement on Facebook, I don't have, how to literally get out of the mind and focus on who we really are. And because when we can do that, and we develop a really strong focusing capability, then the circumstances have no chance but to mold to our vision in our mind. And at the same time, when we do that, we feel a million times more inspired. You work with intuition, we get so much more intuitive guidance. Whatever we do gets much better return on investment. So that's my aim, to bring number one, much bigger sense of self-worthiness, so you can decide, no matter how big goals you have, no matter how much you want to transform the world, you can absolutely bloody do it and really own it. And number two, to bring more sense of ease into growing this, into building this into beautiful, sustainable, no limits, purpose-driven business.
Oh, I love the sound of that, Lenka. And I think it is a really key point, isn't it? To focus your energy on what really matters. Because as entrepreneurs, we could be doing a million
Oh,
things all the time and it's never ending. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs definitely feel super overwhelmed, like they're never doing enough. It's never enough. Because if you look at all the tasks, no, you're never ever done. But is everything important? Is everything going to move your business forward in alignment with your vision? Probably not, right? And I find that when we work like this, it's like it creates time and space somehow. You get into that flow where you feel like you're actually doing less, but it has a bigger impact, which
absolutely.
is so magical, and at the same time makes total sense. And one of the intentions that Joanna and I have for this event is really to gather people who are now looking for, like, to have a bigger impact and to really focus their energy and leverage time, energy, money.
Yes, yes.
So, like programs, high-end offers, and writing books, like anything that can expand your tribe and your reach without you working like a crazy person and 80 hours a
Yes.
week. Because we can't do that, right? It's not sustainable, and that's not how we want to run our businesses. Because I think a lot of business owners as well want to have more freedom and
Yes.
have more fun, and then it can be like your own kind of jail where you're the hardest boss you've ever had. Uh,
Yes, 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 yes. Totally, totally. And that's how it's meant to be. That's how it's actually meant to be enjoyable, easy. Oops, forgive me. So the expansion and growth, that's how it's meant to be, natural. Expanding the reach, expanding the growth very naturally and quickly. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. I can't wait to connect with you and hang out with you, Lenka. And I'm sure that all the speakers are going to adore you and everyone attending as well, because it's going to be so, and very heartwarming, because it's very supportive, loving group of women and maybe men coming together as well. And so for anyone who wants to meet Lenka and experience deep transformation, really, really deep transformation and lots of expansion in your business and your life, and feel completely supported and meet people live that you can connect with more, and really have an amazing time, and and allow your business to blossom into the full potential that it can experience, then we would love to meet you at the No Limits event in Brussels, Belgium on March 24th to 26th. And 2017, and you can find the links below to the website, and you can find out more about Lenka as well on the website, and we would love to see you there. Thank you so much, Lenka, for coming.
Pleasure. Pleasure. Thank you, and I shall see you in March.
Yes, thank you so much to everyone.